Hey guys, today we're gonna be talking about ALTS and how to get them to 14, 15 the cheapest way and the most efficient way. So to do that, you're gonna need your main at least at 1460, so you can get your stronghold research for the buff, for the 10% buff, because it will make your life much easier. Is gonna be much cheaper, to push your alts to normal Walton and Descaluda and just basic relic stuff. So let's quickly go with our calculations, and what I mean by the cheapest ways. I'm gonna have three ways which you can go, and I'm gonna tell you which one is for what classes are the best. So let's begin with probably standard way to go for your enchantment for your alt. This one is not the really cheapest one, but one of the cheaper ones. So your plan here is to get everything to plus 15. So this is like standard way of doing, all the stuff, like optimal. But this one is not the cheapest one. So we're moving on to the second one, which is gonna be the very good option as well and one of the cheapest ones. So this way we're gonna be going, most of your items gonna be plus 12, and then you're gonna have two pieces of armor to plus 17. I'm gonna talk about material costs afterwards. So this is actually good for either class you want to go, because your weapon is gonna be 12, it's not gonna be expensive. This can be used for supports, for DPS as well, because you do get a lot of DPS just from getting two pieces to plus 17. And the last one, which is mostly for support, because this one uses weapon plus 8, then there's two pieces plus 17, one piece plus 13, and one piece plus 15, and the rest is plus 12. So this one is interesting one. It's actually quite cheap as well, especially if you are a support. So now quickly let's go on the comparisons with the materials. So the first one, the standard way of doing it, as I call it, is quite balanced, but it's probably one of the most expensive ones. So you need 29k gold, and this is, guys, average scenario. So it could go worse, could go better, like it's totally RNG. This is without additional material use. If you use full additional materials, it's gonna cost you way less, but the numbers for additional materials are super high. So we're gonna go with no additional materials because it's kind of ways to use for your alts, since you need them on your main mostly. And as you see, if you're going this route, the standard way, plus 15 everything, 29k gold, 1100 Oreca fusions, 21k crystallized destruction stones. Well, they changed the name for them, was destruction stone just. And these are probably one of the expensive stuffs, because on U Central these go for like 4 gold, and these go for like 12, 13 gold. And then you need quite a lot of leapstones as well, because the weapon, which costs the most, as you can see the stats over here. Then let's go for the optimal and much cheaper way. I would say like that. It's gonna be cheaper because on this you just need your weapon plus 12. It's gonna around be 25, 26k gold, a little bit less Oreca, only 1000. You can average on that. Then you got your destruction stones, which is gonna cost you only 10k, which as well is much lower than compared to the first one where you need 20, and you could get unlucky because you go up all the way to up 15, so it's gonna be much expensive. You could end up using more than that, and as you can see, you need more lipstones compared to the second one. On this one, you actually need less lipstones, like 200 less lipstones, and even less guardian stones, because plus 15 takes a lot of enchants, compared to here when you just have two pieces to plus 17, which is gonna turn around much cheaper compared to that one. Like the Guardian Stones are not big difference, but still, it's a lower number for us to go with. And then we got the last one, which I recommend only for supports personally. So this one is gonna be quite cheap because you don't really need almost any destruction stones because you're leaving your weapon to plus 8. So basically, when you transfer your gear to 30-40, you're gonna have your weapon already at 6. And to go up to plus 8, it's basically one taps at most of the times. So you could even say, if you go with best case scenario, you could end up using just that. And then it's gonna cost a little bit more with Guardian Stones, but they are much cheaper compared to the Destruction Stones. For Leap Stones are quite the same. It's just couple Leap Stones shows more, but it tends to be much cheaper on the gold side because the weapons do cost more gold to enchant as well, and you don't need, to collect your Destruction Stones. You can actually sell them. And this works really well if you're maining a lot, like you having a lot of support alts. This strategy is really well used, if you have a lot of supports as your alts, because you can reach Walton pretty quickly with this strategy, and you're gonna save a lot of gold with that. And you can already farm Walton by just, reaching 14-15 plus Duscaludas, as you are a support. You have cheaper ways to get there. Then if we check with the base case scenarios, you can see obviously that's not gonna happen, but don't forget that we have the event now as well, which provides the books, for that extra 10% chance for your enchanting. So I would advise to use this event, and hopefully in the future we're gonna get more with these books. But this is the really good time for you to push your alts to 14, 15, at least one or two. With the free box, you can enchant your armor up to plus 15 quite easily. So you could even discard the average case and, let's say, use, well, not best case, but somewhere in the middle. Just cut these down to like 50k, 45k, and you're gonna get there cheap compared to before we had the stronghold buff. So I think that covers everything what I wanted to say to you guys. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'm gonna be seeing you on the next one. If you're new to the channel, consider subscribing for more Lost Ark content like this. We're gonna be making more videos about, everything that Lost Ark has to offer for us, guys. And see you on the next one. Peace.